to 108. 108.
17 years, 130 games since he was last on the field. He said, I'm getting used to it. There's some positives, certainly.
Thank you.
What's the biggest reason is talking to my quarterback, seeing him eye to eye.
Yeah, especially a young quarterback like Kyle Shermer. But what's my theory here in the first half? Can't score enough points.
Yep.
So Vandy can't get complacent here and just start thinking about halftime. We'll put some points on the board.
Shermer lets it fly off the hands of Trent Sherfield.
A couple of times Sherfield's had an opportunity to make plays. Got to hold on to the ball. Gain the confidence of the quarterback. Make the tough catches. Here, it's out in front. Boy, that hits him right between the 1 and the 0. Gotta catch that one.
He's got one of the 4 his way.
Kentucky, if you can hold up here, maybe you think about taking a timeout.
Sherfield finds Webb. He's got room to roam. It's taken down by Mike Edwards. First down, clock will stop for a moment. 2 timeouts remaining and an injured player for Kentucky.
Nice job by Shermer to just sit in there against 2 deep zone. And the weakness of that defense is right in the middle of it once the zone drops take place.
Denzel Ware is the injured Kentucky player. Redshirt freshman. Kentucky have been moving guys around on the defensive line each of the last 2 plays, trying to bring pressure.
He came into the game, Denzel Ware with a sack, 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Solid young edge pass rusher. He just continues to develop in this Kentucky defensive scheme. See him there with a pass rush, and then it's like Spencer Pulley, the center, comes over to help out.
.55 seconds on the clock. Kyle Shermer looking for the screen. Webb lost his footing. He had 3 O-linemen in front of him. Instead of a big gain, it's a loss of 2 and a timeout taken by Vandy.
I tell you what, he had a convoy in front of him. Nice job by Kyle Shermer of inviting the defense up the field. Got Barrett Guger out in front. A couple of other blockers. He was going to go for a while.
College football continues tonight at 7:30 on SEC Network when BYU takes on Missouri in primetime from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. SEC college football tonight on SEC Network. Only a few games left in the career of Gary Pinkel, who announced yesterday he will step down at the end of season as he battles cancer. Diagnosis he came up with in May. Winning as coach in Toledo history, winning as coach in Missouri history. 3-time conference coach of the year.
They're going to miss him.
Well, the bottom line is they have to be thankful for his time there because Missouri wouldn't be in the SEC without him. Vandy runs off the field and gets ready to take this snap. Coming right off the sideline. They hit a guy on the sideline. It's Caleb Scott, and Scott's in for the touchdown.
Boy, just uncovered. Nobody out over Caleb Scott.
Andy Ludwig hit Caleb Scott outside the numbers, which is an illegal play if you had come off the field prior and then only stepped back on. But if he never left the field, and Mark Stoops is arguing you can't hide a guy over there, but they're able to rush out with 10 right at the line of scrimmage and catch Kentucky sleeping. And Vanderbilt with a 21-10 lead with 37 seconds left.
See here, they're clearly the entire unit was on the field.
Here's the difference. Caleb Scott was already inside the numbers. He wasn't outside to begin with.
Yeah, he was in this area and then came back here.
And then Scott hiding right next to the side. I love it. There's a nuance to the way that play was drawn up, and that was to have Scott to start inside the numbers.
Just got to count them out. 10, you got to look for the 11th guy. He's somewhere. I tell you what a play call by Andy Ludwig, pulling out all the tricks today.
So Shermer with a touchdown pass, 37 yards to Caleb Scott. It's most points scored in the first half this season.
Boy, his demeanor never changes. Andy Ludwig, I mean, he just like that play, like he'll just lull you to sleep. But tell you what, tremendous play caller. He's been excellent tonight. That's, Vandy can get it going offensively. I think the only thing that's held him back is consistency at the quarterback position. They're getting plenty of defense and turnovers. Kyle Shermer might be the answer.
Another short kick, this one from the 15. And they'll whistle and stop it. But he asked for a fair catch. They say he did. And so it'll be spotted at the 15. Watch again, Caleb Scott. The entire Vandy huddled on the near sideline. Caleb Scott started on the field, peeled back, and became a hideout. He's squatting.
He's right there by the official, so the official sees him. Boy, that's a tough throw. You know why it's a tough throw?
Why?
Because he's so wide open. Hey, you're hoping I don't want to squeeze it too much to where it goes in the dirt or I fly it over his hands, over his head. Well, boy, perfectly thrown, and his job of finishing that thing off.
Kentucky needs to win 2 out of 3 to make it to a bowl. Vandy needs to win out. JoJo Kemp now in a running back for the first time. And Kemp with fresh set of legs, able to take it out to the 29-yard line. Gain of 14. Trey Herndon with the stop.
You got a couple of timeouts. Clock will stop with first down. You're thinking field goal here if you're Kentucky.
And don't you have to wonder about Kentucky's mindset if they can't get a score here, the way their season has gone, the losing streak that they're on, the pressure to get to a bowl. They got a big lift when Barker came into the game, but then got caught napping on that touchdown pass. Now can they find some points? We've got another injured Wildcat. Will Thomas Collins, the fullback, holding his right leg. Vandy will have the opportunity to receive the second half kickoff, so they're going to put their offense right back on the field.
See, Coach Mason, the message right now is you don't want to give up any cheap points here with just 28 seconds left, but there's the injury to the fullback. Will Thomas Collins. Kemp just rolls up right on the back of his legs. There's been some pretty good fullbacks at Kentucky. Remember the Terminator?
Yep.
John Connor? Well, I tell you what, you talk about a blocking Johnny.
Vanderbilt has exercised their option to take the 10 seconds subtraction. Kentucky does not wish to call a timeout.
So
Therefore, the half is over.
Kentucky was going to take a knee anyway after that injury with only 8 seconds to go. Derek Mason's squad hits the locker room with the lead. Highest performing first half on offense for Kentucky all year. Derek Mason will be with Laura Rutledge on the Auto Owners halftime report. Let's take you to the studio. Our score, 21-10, Vandy in front of Kentucky. Dari.
Wow, how amazing is this?
Fairy tale.
It's you, Mr. Ram. On! Great job.
To you.
Stronger, higher,
If
faster.
you're young at heart,
Own it, own it.
here is the best part. You have a head start. If you are from much, Every young that hum.
I'm Ann Howard.
And Michael Howard.
We left on our honeymoon in January 2012. It actually evolved into a business.
From our blog to video editing.
Our technology has to hang tough with us.
When you're going to a place without electricity, you need a long battery life. The touch combined with the screen resolution.
A Mac doesn't have that. We wanted to help more people get out there and see the world. Once you take that leap, that's where the magic happens.
I'm sick and tired of trying to prove who's better. Obviously, I am. Check out my hair. Says all you need to know. I think it's about time we settle this thing once and for all. Watch your back, bro. Man, he does have great hair. Why are you looking at me like that? It's a racist. Really, bro?
I take Prilosec OTC each morning for my frequent heartburn. Cause you can't beat zero heartburn. The sweet taste of it.
Prilosec OTC. 1 pill each morning, 24 hours. Zero heartburn.
Americans are buying more and more of everything online. And so many businesses rely on the United States Postal Service to get it there. Because when you ship with us, your business becomes our business. That's why we make more e-commerce deliveries to homes than anyone else in the country. The United States Postal Service. Priority, you.
Nightfall in Nashville, and Vanderbilt leads Kentucky 21-10. An offensive outburst for the Commodores. Tom Hart alongside Heisman winner Andre Ware, season high in points in the first half with 21. The defense all season has set the stage for Vanderbilt. Tonight, it's leading to points.
I think they're leading the way in this football game as well, the way they played, turning Kentucky around a couple of times in the red zone. Right here, Torrin McGaster, Oren Burks is the recipient of his tip pass, and then Oren Burks steps in front of a Drew Barker intended pass and returns it for a touchdown. Then it's Kyle Shermer, the young true freshman, getting his footing, throws his first touchdown pass, and then Caleb Scott hiding out along that Vanderbilt sideline, gets himself into the end zone. It's been an impressive first half for the Vanderbilt Commodores.
21 points to their most by Vandy against an FBS team this season. 4 of 8 on third down, and the 2 interceptions. Keep in mind, so they've scored 21 in this half. On the season, they've held opponents to just 17 points a game. We're talking with Derek Mason. He said our goal at Stanford was 17 points a game. Here was a little bit of an uptick. We're good with 19 points a game. It gives us a chance to win, because that means we have 4 quarters to score 21 points.
Yeah,
that's the 12th best number in the country, by the way. They didn't need 4 quarters tonight to get to 21.
Yeah, and he's trying to keep an even keel about himself and maybe not get too high or too low, and where his team feeds from his emotion. He realizes he's still in a ball game. There's a lot of time left, even though they're up 21-10.
And they'll get the ball to start the second half. From the 6-yard line, Dallas Rivers takes it out past the 25. Let's check in with Laura Rutledge.
Kentucky will start Drew Barker at quarterback to begin this second half, but Patrick Towles will be ready, and both quarterbacks came out of the locker room early to warm up heading into the second half. Mark Stoops told me he was happy with Drew Barker's first drive, felt really good about that, and then, of course, said the interception was not what they were looking for, but he thinks they have to do more to help